Story time. This was again back when I was in Job Corps the second time. Um, During the weekends, you could go to Kansas City if you wanted to, and if you had the money, you could go to a motel. What I would do was I would give plasma. That's what I did because they paid you money, and I used that money to buy myself jeans, especially Levi jeans, 501 button-up jeans. I think it's 501, ain't it? Because I think 505 is the normal kind. Anyway, I'd done it several times, and I had a girlfriend, the woman that I ended up being married to for 11 years and had my children with. We would go together, and I'd done it several times, and everything was fine. You know, I am very scared of needles, but the idea of getting money, um, it overshadowed that. You know, I mean, my fear. I mean, I got a big time fear of needles. But she would hold my hand while they would poke me. Now, I hated to get the stuff back. I would rather they just took it and be done with it. But with plasma, you know, they separate it and then they give you the blood back. I really didn't want the blood back. I would just rather, you know, because you have the needle again. I mean, it's the same needle, but just that it's in your arm longer. So on one of the times that I did this, I got off the bed just like I normally did. They give you a little juice and some crackers or something like that. I mean, it was cookies. Yeah, cookies. I got up and I went outside and I smoked a cigarette just like I'd always done before. And as I'm smoking, it started tasting funny. It tasted like a malt. I even said to everybody, I said, man, like this cigarette tastes weird. It tastes like a malt, you know, an ice cream malt. And I thought, I didn't even finish the cigarette. I go like, I'm not feeling right. So I put the cigarette out and I went inside and I was holding on the wall and I was thinking to myself, maybe I'm going to pass out. I'd never passed out before, except for the time I fell out of a tree, got knocked out, but I've never been passed out yet. So I didn't know what signs to even look for, but I thought, what if I did? I better go and sit down because if I'm standing up, I could get hurt. My head, you know, could smack into the floor. So I went and I sat down on the chairs. Now inside this place, all these plastic chairs are actually welded together. You cannot separate them. And so I was sitting there and then boom, blackness. And so I was sitting there and my eyes started to come back into focus and I thought somebody was choking me. That's what I thought. So I put my hands up on my neck, but I couldn't, and it took a lot of energy just to do that. I couldn't feel anything choking me. But then when I went like this, I could actually feel plastic humps. I had actually fell back in between those welded chairs. My neck actually fit in there, but it was like really choking me. And so I grabbed a hold of both of them and it took everything I had to get out of that. And then I leaned forward and things were coming more into focus, but I couldn't talk. I couldn't say shit. I thought I was dying. I did not know. I really swear to God, I thought I was dying. And so I'm sitting there and I go like, help me, help me, help me, help me, help me, like that. And then people looked at me and the nurses and the doctor or whatever he was, whatever they are, came over and they got me and they go, they picked me up. I couldn't even walk. And they said he had passed out. They were saying it to each other. So then I knew what was going on, but I thought I was actually dying. I didn't know. So anyway, they put me back on the bed and they said to me, you probably just got up too soon. Although I said to the guy, I got up the same amount of time that I normally do. And they said it can happen, you know. So I had to lay there for like another 15 minutes. Usually it's 10 actually, but they went ahead and added extra time. And I decided to not do that no more. I had already worked up several pair of pants, you know, I think at that time 10. And so I was done with it because that was really scary and embarrassing because I'm sitting there going, help, in front of everybody. And although to them, they said this happens, you know, from time to time, it happens. So don't feel embarrassed, but I did feel embarrassed. And I didn't want to deal with it anymore. So I just quit, didn't do it. So anyway, have you ever donated blood or plasma? Here in Topeka, when I used to go and donate blood and they didn't give it back to me, they give you $2 bills. It was $20, I think it was, of $2 bills. It was really cool. Now they don't do that, just regular money. But anyway, have you had any experiences like that, bad or good? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear what you want to share. I think most people have probably had something bad, like where they can't find your vein. I've had that happen too. All right. Thank you for watching, and God bless.